Is it time to buy BTCI? Well, for me it is, and I'm going to tell you why I bought some. There's a certain level I was waiting for. It hit, and for me to take a flyer on some BTCI. We're going to compare BTCI, which is a NEOS Bitcoin High Income ETF. We're going to compare it to some of its competitors. But first, I want to talk to you about why I decided to buy it now versus other times. Yes, I have been the old man that has been yelling at Bitcoin for the last 5 years. I have been thrusting my fist in the air and yelling at Bitcoin, calling it a non-tangible asset. Meanwhile, as I've been yelling at Bitcoin, it has gone up 361% the last 5 years. Could I have been wrong about Bitcoin? Well, apparently, as for now, I most definitely have been wrong about Bitcoin. So I am no longer yelling at Bitcoin. We have now become friends. Oh, if you are a Dividend cult member and you love dividends, check out my store. So there's a reason why I decided to get into it now, okay? So for the last year, Bitcoin is down 13%. And for the last 6 months, it's down 21%. Bitcoin is coming down to a level. Oh, before I get to there, I had YBTC about a month ago. I sold out of it. I did not want to go negative on that thing, and I'm so glad I sold it when I did. So November 20th, I started a position in the BTCI. So we're going to use IBIT here, and there's a reason why I decided now was a good time for me to get in to BTCI. As you can see here, IBIT is one of the underlying stocks of BTCI along with HODL, but their charts look identical. So for this video, I'm going to use IBIT. It's coming down to a level of support. Now, when you use technical analysis, it is just a guide for buying and selling, for me anyway. I don't put, a ton of faith into it that each level is going to hold, because if that's the case, stocks would never move. They would just stay at their certain level. However, it's coming down to a level where Bitcoin could bounce from this level. And so I thought, if I'm going to start a position, now might be a great time to start it. And if we look at BTCI, it is now broken down lower than it has been since its inception. So quite a bit lower. I mean, at its peak, it was at $68, and now here we're at 44. So I think coming down this level of support on IBIT, I think it's a good time for me to get a starter position. And if we break this $45 level and go lower, so be it. I'll just buy at like the $35 level or $30 level and average down there. Now, for the last, maximum all time, according to stock analysis, it is down 12% in share price. And here's the distribution history for the last year, and it's been absolutely solid, as you would expect, as Bitcoin has been ripping. Now, the first distribution was $1.12, and we are well below that level now. So you would expect this next distribution to come in around $1, maybe even less, which would honestly be ideal. You don't want to have this thing paying out so much when it's not warranted. So anyway, there's the distributions, very solid. And here you can see their holdings. They have HODL as their main, and then you can see IBIT down there as well. Pays a 38% yield, pays monthly like all the NEOS funds do. Now let's get into some comparisons. And I know there's a bunch of different Bitcoin cover call ETFs. I could have put 20 on here or however many there are, but these are just the 4 I picked. And I used to be in YBTC. I know YBIT's popular. It's a YMAG fund, and a lot of people love baggy. So yeah, we put this in a comparison. So year to date, according to these 4 and stock analysis, BTCI is the better total return percentage out of the 4 I have listed here. So that's one reason I went with BTCI here as Bitcoin has entered crash territory. Thought it would be a good time to start a position and start one with one of the better ETFs. We can look here at total return max all time. According to stock analysis, BTCI is down 8%. YBTC, which I used to own, is down 10%. So, yeah, it looks like the better move was for me to not go back into YBTC, but to go into BTCI. We can look here at price change max all time. BTCI, it says here, according to stock analysis, is down 20%. Look at YBTC, down there at 30%. And YBIT, 35% price change max all time. Man, that thing is down to $6. Holy moly. YieldMax does a number with their funds. That is for doggone sure. If we look at price change year to date, oh my gosh, BTCI down 25%. Baggy 27%. YBTC down there at 40%. And of course, YBIT, a YieldMax product, down there at 44%. So, yeah, I think with Bitcoin entering crash territory, for me, it's a great time to get a starter position in BTCI. Here's another reason I went with BTCI versus other competitors. Year to date, they actually have positive dividend growth, which you can't say that about YBIT or YBTC. They have negative dividend growth over the course of the year. And, I like those distributions to grow over time as Bitcoin rises through time. Now, according to this, it has BTCI. If you kept all the distributions, you would be up 25% max all time. So it is contrasting a little bit with what we're seeing here on stock analysis. So yeah, for me, but regardless of this or what stock analysis says, the time to buy for me is now, at least a starting position, as we are coming down to a level of support on Bitcoin and IBIT at $45. Will this level hold? Nobody knows. Nobody can tell you that. But it could. And it's bounced from this level before. So for me, it's ideal to get the starter position in. If we break this level, I will just average in at different levels. I'm looking to maybe max my share count out around 100 and just kind of see where it goes from there. So I left room to average in. Like I said, I just got a starter position in it, anticipating if we break this level to average in more. And if we do bounce from this level and Bitcoin does find a bottom here and starts to rip up, maybe I'll add a little bit as we go up, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just ride with my starter position. Let me know what you think of BTCI. Have you added? Are you getting in? Have you been in it? Talk to you later. This is Mike.